Today on Four Finger Fab, I suck at diagnosing my own car. Enjoy. Alright guys, today we're going to be working on the Firebird. She's running pretty well right now. The clutch is working good. The only issue is when I get it up on the two-step, it starts smoking pretty bad. I want to figure out if that's the turbos or it could be due to the fact that I have pretty much no catch, there is no catch can and no PCV whatsoever. It just kind of goes out in the atmosphere, and those ports are pretty small anyways for a boosted motor. So we're going to walk down the trouble tree and check it and kind of see what looks like is going to be the issue. First off, I'm going to take the blow-off valves off to take the, just when I get it up on the two-step, the motor won't go into boost. That way, if it is like a crankcase pressure issue, it should stop smoking there, and I should realize that I need to put a catch can and probably some pretty big bungs on there for the PCV. If not, then I will take the intermediate pipe between the turbo and the header off there and see if it still is smoking there, if it's like a, I guess, general motor issue. I mean, just to see if it stops smoking by taking that off to nail down the fact that it's the turbo. I think it could be the turbos. They do have no restriction in the feed plate whatsoever, and it does run fairly high oil pressure. So I saw that could possibly be an issue, or just the fact that they're old, cheap turbos. They could just be at the time that they need to be rebuilt. So yeah, we will fire it up and do a control test with it all hooked up, see what it looks like, and start moving. Come on, girl. She's running on micro squirt, so it's not as cleaned up as the wagon is on MS3 Pro. Got to kind of get her up to temperature before she can run right. Partially because of micro squirt, partially because I'm not too good at this. So, while it idle surges its way up to temperature, you can see at idle it actually looks pretty good. There's really no, even cold, there's really no smoke or anything like that. And once you get on the two-step, you'll see that there's quite a bit of blue smoke. So hopefully we can figure out what that is today and move forward. It does have fairly high oil pressure at idle too. I'm not sure, honestly, if the restrictor plate or lack thereof in the turbos would be causing the smoking. Like if it gets up to probably about 60-65 psi when you're really getting on it, and it might just be too much oil pushing through the seals in the turbo. I'm not too sure. All right, got a nice steady idle now. She's up to temperature. To see what happens. Well, yeah, as you can see by the marks on the floor, it's got an issue in there somewhere. Probably start by taking off those blow-off valves just to see if it's a crankcase issue. We'll knock those off so it's not putting pressure into the motor. See if that makes any bit of a difference, and then we'll go on to the more likely option, which is the fact that it's probably the turbo in one way or another, whether it's a restrictor plate or these turbos just need to be gone through. So let's get working on that and go from there. Alright, got the blow-off valves off and just wide open at the flanges. That'll let the motor not build boost. And at least see if it's a crankcase issue. Hopefully those will just stay kind of hanging there, so I don't have to worry about vacuum leaks or anything. But it doesn't have to last for long. So let's see what happens. Nothing in the way of the belt. Barely. Alright, looks good. Let's see what happens. Well, I'll be freaking dipped. I think we found a problem. I'll have to go back and review the tape, but it looked like a lot less blue smoke in the rear view when I was looking back at it. So, yeah, maybe it was just as easy as taking the TIG welder out and putting a few bungs on the valve covers and letting this thing breathe a little bit better. I was not expecting that, to be honest. I thought it would have been the turbos for sure, but we'll review the tape and go from there. I think we might have got it. Well, as I could tell, pretty much because my eyes weren't burning and I didn't feel like I was dying, that was way better the second time. Looks like it is a crankcase pressure issue, which, hey, I'm totally fine with. If I don't have to take these turbos apart, that's a win for me. I will just slam some bungs on here, grab a Motion Raceworks catch can or something along those lines, and we'll be down the road. So that was not what I was expecting. I totally thought it was going to be turbo related, but hey, usually I never get lucky like this. So I'm just going to take this one. I'm going to take it as a win. So screw it. See you later.